While we've been here, some pretty grim job numbers back at home. 9.5% unemployment in June, the worst numbers in 26 years. How do you explain that? Because when the president and you all were selling the stimulus package, you predicted at the beginning that if you get this package in place, unemployment will peak at about 8%. So either you misread the economy or the stimulus package is too slow and too small.
The truth is, we and everyone else misread the economy. The figures we worked off of in January were the consensus figures of most of the blue chip indexes out there. Everyone thought at that stage, the bulk of
CBO was a little bit higher. I thought it would be a little bit higher.
But they're all in the same range. No one was talking about that we would be moving toward, we're worried about 10.5% or be 9.5% at this point.
But we're looking at 10 now, aren't we?
Well, look, we're much too high. We're at 9.5 right now. And so the truth is there was a misreading of just how bad an economy we inherited. Now, I'm not laying this on, but it's now our responsibility. So the second question becomes, did the economic package we put in place, including the Recovery Act, is it the right package given the circumstances we're in? And we believe it is the right package given the circumstances we're in. We misread how bad the economy was, but we are now only about 120 days into the recovery package. The truth of the matter was no one anticipated, no one expected that recovery package would in fact be in a position at this point of having distributed the bulk of money.
No, but a lot of people were saying that you needed to do something bigger and bolder than, including the economist Paul Krugman. And he's saying right now, he's saying the same thing again. Don't wait. You need a second stimulus. You need it now.
Look, what we have to do now is we have to properly, adequately, transparently, and effectively spend out the $780.
That's your job. You're in charge of it now.
That is my job, and I think we're doing it well. If you notice, George, I mean, there were other predictions. This was going to be wasteful, and all these terrible projects were going to be out there, and we wasted money. Well, that dog hasn't barked yet.
Well, Senator Coburt's identified some.
Yeah, no, he hasn't, but he did. He identified 148 of which we had already killed, and the rest I dispute. So the bottom line, though, is I think anybody would say this has been pretty well managed so far. The question is, how do you now, what we have to do, George, is we have to, as this rolls out, put more pace on the ball. The second 100 days, you're going to see a lot more jobs created, and the reason you are is now all these contracts for the over several thousand highway projects that have been approved.
But you're also seeing states across the country cutting back on their programs. Many of the people on unemployment today are going to run out of unemployment in September. That means for a lot of those people, if there's not a second stimulus, they're going to be out in the cold.
Well, look, we have increased the amount of money unemployed. Those in unemployment roll have gotten 12 million people are getting more money because of the stimulus package. We've increased the number of people eligible by 2 million people. We've given a tax cut to 95% of the people who get a pay stub. They have somewhere between 60 to 80 bucks a month out there. That's going into the economy. There's a lot going on, George, and I think it's premature to make the judgment.
So no second stimulus?
No, I didn't say that. I think it's premature to make that judgment. This was set up to spend out over 18 months. There are going to be major programs. They're going to take effect in September. $7.5 billion for broadband, new money for high-speed rail, the implementation of the grid, the new electric grid, and so this has just started. The pace of the ball is now going to increase. So